Hey, Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle, and it's a Thursday, and I thought, well, you know what, we're here, hanging out, beautiful day, and we're gonna talk about, once again, random wrestling, usually. Yeah, you know, it's been an interesting, I haven't watched TNA yet, I actually haven't seen Impact for a long time,
Yeah.
but, of course, you have Raw and SmackDown, and then NXT, which, once again, I will watch. Yeah, so that's gonna be a spoiler, I guess. I don't know. Mainly, we'll just talk about certain things. Like, one of the things we talked about was Bayley getting her ass handed to her at Extreme Rules by Alexa Bliss. And, of course, I kind of fucking enjoyed it, but...
Yeah. I mean, as much as it was good to see Alexa Bliss still with the championship, the fact that Bayley seemed to be a lot weaker than Alexa Bliss just seems stupid. Because, I mean, Alexa Bliss is an extraordinary wrestler, as is Bayley. So you would think that they would be fairly even, but for some reason they made Alexa like this concrete, graphite, over the top strong woman, and Bayley this weak half-ass wrestler, essentially, which is stupid.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. A lot of wrestlers are like that nowadays. A lot of storylines, you know, it's the one wrestler will get beaten up by the other one, and then at the pay-per-view, they triumph. It just seems like now it depends on who it is. Like, Bayley's one of those wrestlers, you know, who will get beat up,
Oh yeah,
and then when the pay-per-view happens,
for sure, but I mean,
it doesn't pay off.
no. Like, okay, Bayley gets beat up in a match. It's bound to happen, but generally, in a match, Bayley, when she loses, at least it's a strong loss.
Yeah.
Or when Bayley wins, it's a good back and forth match, and then Bayley comes out on top. This was just terrible. And I can understand you liking it because, you know, of course, you're an Alexa Bliss fan.
Yeah, but even so, it's like, alright, well, like I said before, Alexa Bliss, you had the shitty This Is Your Life thing. Before that, you had Alexa beat the shit out of Bayley. So you had to do that twice with the kendo stick.
Yeah.
Could you not at least have had Bayley go over at Extreme Rules? Unless you're waiting for something else to happen. I don't know, but it's kind of sloppy. And, you know, it's also, you got no faith in Bayley.
Basically.
Yeah,
I mean, she essentially went from being the Raw Women's Champion to bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, pretty much, and it's kind of sad. You know, it's not fair to see that because it's like, okay, what can they do to improve her? You know, if you get rid of the character she has now, then there's really no point. It's kind of like John Cena, you know. There's really no point in changing his character if the young people, like the children, you know, love her and whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess what I mean is, how can they make her look stronger than she is right now? I guess.
Keep her away from Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had said that you would like to have seen Bayley look strong in the candlestick and a pole match against Alexa Bliss. I agree. Even if the finish was still the same and have Alexa win, just have, at least they could have had Bayley put in and look like she really wants to be the champion again and actually put in the effort to be the champion again and then come up with the loss instead of just, you know.
Well, she really hesitated through the match.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest problem that, you know, is going on right now with some of these wrestlers. Not all of them. I just think Bayley, it really... Okay, you have the kendo stick. Use it. Don't fucking just look at the crowd and ask for permission. Use it. You know, that's what was pathetic about this whole thing. And if they're gonna do that with her, then she might as well not be in the title scene. I don't know. Really don't know what to say at this point.
It seemed as if what they had was because Bayley, like, since she started with this character in NXT up till now, she's been basically like the role model for young girls to look up to and, you know, be happy and nice and smiling and, you know, hugging people in the crowd and high-fiving and all that stuff. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But if that's going to hinder your performance in the ring, it just does nothing.
Yeah. It sucks. Even John Cena will hesitate as well, but at least he gets the job done.
Yeah.
So I don't know where to go from here with Bayley. You know, and I had mentioned before in my review, you know, Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, it's great that they're actually gonna be put in the Great Balls of Fire. By the way, shitty title.
Great, my balls are on fire.
Yeah, I actually used Jerry Lee Lewis's music for that. Well, you had to. But anyways, so you get these two guys going at it, which is great now.
Yeah.
Because obviously Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar wasn't a good idea, so there could be plans in the future for that. But in the meantime, it's great. Two heels going at it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how they're going to make Samoa Joe face. He was face before in TNA.
Yeah.
At some point, but how are they going to transition him now to be a face? Because right now he's just, you know, going through everybody.
Kicking the shit out of everybody.
So it'll be interesting to see that.
It kind of seems as if they might try and see if they can who's the stronger and who's the bigger ass kicker of the two, you could say.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be definitely, you know. Really
like, it's gonna be a good match, no doubt. It's just gonna be interesting to see how exactly they're gonna pull it off.
It'll be like actually wrestling.
Yes.
You know, a lot of holds I could see. Whether it's, you know, the chokehold that he uses or Brock Lesnar's Kimura lock.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking cool, you know.
Right.
I could see that going on for a long time. Is it Joe's time? I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting to see that. It's gonna be a fun match. Also, I was gonna say, going quickly to Hideo Itami's heel turn, which I will be watching NXT, like I said. So I don't know if you caught up with it last night.
Yeah, I saw it last night. Yeah.
So if you could, like, I don't really get bothered by spoilers. Like, exactly what happened.
Just go over what happened. Basically, what it was a match between Oni Larkin and Hideo and Tommy. It was a very good match. Both of them were back and forth, hitting each other with stiff shots, strong chops, kicks from Hideo, and all this other stuff. But once it came to the finish, Hideo hit Oni with the GTS, and instead of pinning him, he picked him up and did it again. And then Hideo stood over Larkin, and you can even hear the commentators go, just pin him already. Finish the match, but Hideo picked him up and gave him a third one. And by this point, Cassius Ohno came out and it was like, what are you doing? You know, just finish the match. you don't have to do this, and just basically trying to talk Hideo into out of what he was doing and talk him into just finishing the match and pinning Larkin.
Yeah.
And Hideo shoved Ono. Ono shoved him back. Hideo went down and rolled out of the ring and then just basically left.
Yeah.
So essentially, it was Hideo coming off as a heel against Oni, and maybe also building up a match between Cassius Ono and Hideo Itami.
Yeah, and that would be cool. I can understand that. Okay, look, it's great that they're trying to find something new for him. But yeah, I can understand exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
Here's a guy that just came in to not only North America, but a new product,
Yes.
and he has to learn a lot of stuff. The fact of the matter is, got injured once, came back, it was great, got injured again, came back. I don't know if he got injured a third time, I don't think so.
No, there's only been 2 significant injuries that he's had. He came back, he went for the NXT Championship against Bobby Roode. Obviously, Bobby won. And so now it's like Hideo was so frustrated with losing the match for the NXT Championship, he took out his frustrations on Oni Larkin, but he took it to a more aggressive side by, like, he gave Oni Larkin 3 GTSs
Yeah.
and wouldn't pin him.
And I think, it's fine. It's fine to see what's going on. I don't know why they feel the need to turn certain wrestlers heel when they're fine, not the way they are. But in this case, you have a guy that injured twice and, still has not had a championship run. I understand that he had to lose against Bobby Roode. It probably wasn't his time yet. I don't know. But is this the way it's going to be? I don't know. I heard also, well, you were there with me, we just saw that, Hideo Itami going back to Japan, returning to be Kenta Kobashi, which, if he does go back to Japan, or whatever, I mean, it's one of those things where, they go and they get put into a different environment, and they don't like it, they go back to where they came from. Whatever. I hope that's not going to be the case. If he does go back to Japan, it's going to suck. It sucks. But it is what it is. What's up? Go ahead.
Carry on.
No. It's like fucking seeing Michael Elgin or people that we would have in TNA and WWE go to Japan or go to Mexico. Some of them have made a career out of it, and may not come back to the United States or Canada. Who knows? So, in this case, why is it that they can't have Japanese and Mexican wrestlers come to the United States or Canada and have a good fucking shot at the companies? I don't know. Because I was the same with Mystico. Coming from CMLL, going to WWE as Sin Cara, the original Sin Cara, and then leaving with Bad Attitude. I don't know if it was Bad Attitude or he just got injured a lot, but
it was something along those
lines. So now he's back in Mexico.
Yes. What I was going to say was, there was an interview done on WWE.com from Hideo, and he was asked if he was going to go back to Japan. And he flat out said no, he's not done in NXT yet. He's got a lot more he wants to accomplish, he's not done yet. Now, for me, what that means is, I think with this heel turn is, well, if you want to call it a turn, so to speak, this heel push, so to speak.
Yeah, something like that.
Is trying to give Hideo a opportunity to have a significant run in NXT, and then maybe somewhere down the line have another shot at the NXT Championship. Because, I mean, he's been with NXT now for 2-3 years now.
Yeah, about that, actually.
But he hasn't spent that much time on television because he injured his shoulder, and then I think he also got a concussion from a live NXT event, and he took a finish the wrong way.
Well, maybe I just read into the fact that he was going to Japan, or going back to Japan, but it is great that he wants to stick around. And, you know, I would like to eventually see him become NXT champion.
Yeah, I think there might have been speculation as to whether or not Hideo was going to go back to Japan once his WWE contract comes up.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure more than likely Hideo will sign another contract and carry on in NXT. Because, I mean, he's not just going to, you know, start becoming a heel whenever it is his contract comes up for a renewal and just say, fuck it, I'm back to Japan. You know, he's going to want to stick with it and carry on with it and have a run with it and take it however far as possible and then end up somewhere down the line with another NXT title shot, maybe then eventually end up with the championship.
Yeah. No, that's true. No, I can't wait to see what they do with him.
Yeah.
Because it's about time they do something with him. You know, it's a shame that he left when Shinsuke was still there. It would have been cool to see those two reunite in some way.
It seemed interesting how Shinsuke went up to SmackDown after his NXT Championship match with Bobby on the takeover before that Saturday, and then, or was it the Friday? No, it was the Saturday, and then have Hideo return from injury the Wednesday after the takeover and challenge Bobby for the NXT Championship.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be quite interesting
to
see how it turns out. Go on his Great Balls of Fire again, anyhow. I think Money in the Bank is first, actually.
Yes, Money in the Bank is in 2 weeks. And then Great Balls of Fire is... It's in July anyways. The next pay-per-view. But yeah, Money in the Bank is first.
Yeah.
And speaking of Money in the Bank, we go talk a little bit briefly about SmackDown here. They had a reveal of the briefcase for the SmackDown Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and it's quite nice. It's pure white with the Money in the Bank in green, and then like a gold trimmer on the outside of the briefcase, which is great. But then you have the debut of Lana, which was great. It was time. But what they had was her try and get involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And it changed like, no, you haven't had a match yet on SmackDown. You haven't earned an opportunity to be in this match. And then there's the 6-woman tag match with Naomi, Charlotte, and Becky against Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella. And then, of course, Lana gets involved.
Yeah.
And takes out the feet of Naomi when Naomi went to go for a springboard or whatever. And then so Naomi goes to Shane McMahon, asks for a match against Lana at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, She says she'll even put a title on the line. Shane agrees to it. And so now it looks like they're going to have a match between Naomi and Lana for the SmackDown Women's Championship at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Which...
I don't think she deserved. Well, she didn't deserve it because she didn't earn it. You know, it's one of those. Okay, we're gonna go back to let's just give. You don't just give out title shots. That's fucking lame. I think they should have just, the other side of the coin is Lana. It'll be interesting to see her wrestle. I don't think we've ever seen that happen yet.
Oh no, that's not true.
Oh.
WrestleMania 2 years ago, was it? There was that Total Divas against the other women of the Raw or whatever it was, and Lana was involved in that.
Yeah. My bad, dog.
But, she didn't really have much involvement in that match, and so here we are 2 years later, or even 2 years later, and now they're building up Lana as a singles competitor. And they're also seeming to have separated her from Rusev now.
Which is kind of interesting. I hope that when they bring Rusev back, a face push, let's see how he can do as a face. Plenty of opportunities. Let's say fucking Braun Strowman comes. So, very quickly, let's talk about... we obviously know that Lana doesn't deserve the fucking title.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
Mm.
So, yeah, hopefully Naomi will win this one.
Yes.
But, I've also heard, too, that Money in the Bank... The all-woman Money in the Bank match...
Yes.
After... Or before, whatever, the title match. So, it'll be interesting to see how it's going to pan out. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. Very quickly, let's talk about 205, because I did see that. And,
205 was interesting.
I have no idea what they're doing with TJP. I don't. It's... So, is he gonna still be a heel after, Neville turned on him? Or what the hell's gonna happen? I don't really...
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Because I don't know. I really like the whole Drew Gulak thing. The no-fly zone, I think. Because I know a lot of people that say, well, professional wrestling is just high-flying, and... To a certain degree, I understand, but it's like all styles you have to include. I think what people really don't like is that it's all one style, and there's no I can't explain it. Maybe help me out.
It's just people are saying instead of it being high flying and ground based wrestling and submissions and grappling and, the Japanese strong style and the technical side of it and all this other stuff, it's just monotone. One area of the wrestling game as opposed to all areas of the wrestling game. Seems to be 205 Live is focusing a lot on the high-flying aspect of their cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Instead of the high-flying and the grappling, the mat-based wrestling, even some submissions, Instead of being a well-rounded athlete, they're looking at their cruiserweights as one-dimensional wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what really irritates me is that, and I can understand that The Rock show was the one that it brought back the Cruiserweight thing, or whatever it was. It isn't necessary to fucking have the Cruiserweights on Raw if you're gonna show them on the WWE Network and their own show.
Yeah.
I understand that some people don't get WWE Network. It's only available in certain countries. But to me, it just sounds ridiculous. Either have the fucking show or just have the Cruiserweights on either Raw or SmackDown. In fact, I much would have rather seen the Cruiserweights on SmackDown like it's always been, like it was
For quite a while.
for quite a while, many years ago, but there it is. I think you have to decide because I really there's just no point. Like really.
Yeah, I had even did some reading, and apparently the viewers. Well, I actually brought this up in a video a few months ago. The viewership of 205 Live is pretty low. So it's almost as if, like, people will watch SmackDown if they get it. They maybe won't watch 205 Live, and they'll wait till 205 Live is over, and then catch Talking Smack.
Yeah.
To kind of see, the aftermath of what happened on SmackDown and, the guests that they have on Talking Smack, get their thoughts on the match and, what they feel leading up to Money in the Bank right now or whatever, and just go from there. Or if they didn't see SmackDown, they can watch Talking Smack to find out what happened.
Yes. Then they also have Raw Talk, which I think is interesting as well. So, perspective on those guys.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the promo that Joe cut on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that was good.
You had Paul Heyman come out. No Brock Lesnar, of course, and then get the chokehold from Samoa Joe, which I kind of felt bad for Heyman, but at the same time, yeah, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was pretty much this week in wrestling.
We'll probably have a conversation about Impact at some point.
Yeah, like I haven't seen it. I didn't see it last week. I think the most I've seen it was watching the Fight Network and seeing Ali interview, well, the Ali, out of character Ali, and then an interview with Angelina Love, which I don't know if it's going to be a whole new show or not, but it looks like it was just an interview with the both of them in a separate interview, but like,
yeah,
it was really cool. So anyways, yeah, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle on a Wednesday, a really gorgeous day. We usually do our videos Friday, but I thought, what the fuck, we're here. It's pretty fun. I didn't see NXT yet. Yeah, still pretty cool. And then Great Balls of Fire. Money in the Bank's coming up, so I'll be definitely doing a review of that. And who knows, maybe we'll do something in between. Anyways, yeah, talk to you later. Bye. Alright.
Bayley, no time.
Bayley.
That just does nothing.
Is that, you know, and I guess, who knows? Well, oh wait, hold on. Wait, no, don't do that.
Calls.
Yeah.
I just figured, like, if I paused it, then you talk on the phone.
It doesn't work, because what happens is when I pause it, it, like, cuts you out completely, so.
Oh, fuck.
I know. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Say.